Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And you will read about my actions in the papers.
What section?
Obituaries.
And welcome back to Mindbreakers.
Yes, the show that will kill you for a just cause. This time, we're going to be watching a fucking classic one, man.
We've seen the old one from the 80s with Dolph Lundgren. We've seen Warzone, which was the Lino Gru Metro Station.
Yes.
But now we're watching the 2004 one from the Marvel movie. Well, I don't want to call it a boom, but whatever the fuck they were doing in the early mid 2000s. The Punisher from 2004.
This was a blast, man. Everybody at the fucking box office fucking loved this one.
Starring Thomas Jane.
The Metro Station was still pretty okay, but it wasn't a classic by any stretch.
But this one stars Thomas Jane as Frank Castle and John Travolta as a character they made the fuck up. An undercover FBI...
Howard Saint hit.
Yeah. This movie affected the comics pretty heavily. Sure. An undercover FBI agent becomes a vigilante and sets out to unleash his wrath upon the corrupt businessman who sought his entire family at a reunion. Mm-hmm. Okay, description. Howard Saint was not a corrupt businessman. He was straight up a fucking mafia boss.
He is an outright criminal. He just has a fucking club as a front, which makes him seem corrupt.
You know who else is a mafia boss, but we didn't know it?
No.
Remember Arthur?
Arthur?
Yeah, the show Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
Muffy's dad.
Oh, my God.
He's a fucking mafia boss. At least an underboss.
I feel like a lot of characters in Arthur were just fucking low-key shady.
Buster, especially.
Oh, yeah, like, there's a bunch of fucked up, like, Mr. Ratburn Dog, he's up to some shit, you know it. But, yeah, this one, like, fucking Howard Saint is literally just, like, up front fucking, like, mafios. And he's, like, running all the fucking...
Because he's got chills! They're multiplying!
Yeah. They never, like, outright say, like, what he's kind of dealing with, but, like, it's mostly drugs.
Mostly drugs.
Less prostitution, and, like, also guns.
This cigar is not Cuban. It's Honduran.
It's Honduran.
Anyway, let's watch them.
Hey,
Gio, look! It's the fucking Punisher!
Hey, no shit! Hey, asshole, get down here! Hey, come up here, yeah.
Hey, Gio, what if he actually does come up here?
What if he actually does come up here?
Let's watch this shit.
He came up here, actually, the Punisher.
Oh, no!
You fucking idiots!
Let's watch this shit.
Away in time, you may come back someday.
Kill them all.
Live once more, or die once more. But in time will be no more.
Wrote that for you. I'm gonna say it at your funeral.
You're supposed to be dead.
Get up. Wheel the money out. Out the window.
You know whose money this is? You know whose building this is?
Howard Saint's. You're not gonna believe this.
We're really sorry about your family.
What do you think he does?
Maybe he's an artist.
Get everyone in. We're going hunting.
This is not vengeance. No, it's not vengeance. It's punishment.
Call the Russian.
Took everything. everything for me.
Make Castle dead!
Those who do evil to others will come to know me well.
No one's ever stood up for me before.
Call me the Punisher. Shouldn't play with knives.
The Saints. They gotta get their ducks in a row. They have to go.
They had to go.
They had to go.
All right. Surprising nobody? Even though this movie got a massively bad rap when it came out. Since a lot of people fucking hate this.
I don't know why.
I love it. This movie's great.
Yeah. This is a very well put together movie. The Punisher is good in this. Like, the fact that it's a Punisher film is fantastic, because in my opinion, this is the best Punisher film. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, like, every part just kind of works in this.
I really wish it had gotten a sequel more than, like... Okay, technically it got a video game sequel.
Yeah, like, the story kind of continues.
And Punisher cameos in Spider-Man 2 for, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But that's not really the same.
The loosest of terms in, like, a cameo per se. This also did kind of get the little, like, fan, the fan video.
Yeah, Dirty Laundry.
the little fan
with
video.
Tom Jane.
Yeah, exactly. The little fan film.
It's basically just a shootout in a laundromat.
Yeah, but it's like, it's really cool stuff. It's really.
But we open. We have this cool like animated intro.
Mm-hmm. The buildings.
Yeah.
Like getting
the skull, the bullets.
Well, yeah, the skull, the bullets, like bleeding out, and then like the drips making patterns of things.
Interestingly, though, really breaking the mold, both for the Punisher and for basically every Marvel movie at the time. Mm-hmm. This does not, and today, this does not take place in New York.
Yeah. This
takes place in Miami.
Well, because it's establishing, like, what kind of happens. And also, it could have taken place, like, anywhere. It wouldn't have really mattered. But, I mean, the style of it being, like, fucking Miami...
Well, they're doing the kind of... they're doing the Scarface thing with Saint.
Yeah, Scarface, Miami Vice kind of thing.
And, like, the running... with the running drugs across in the cigarette boats kind of thing.
Well, that's, like, the Miami Vice, like, style shit. Yeah, exactly. Which I like. It's cool. The style of, like... You know, going into like Miami, and then being like, we're going like just like taking the Punisher to Florida. We're going to Florida.
They mule it through Miami. They sell it in L.A. They tell you it's here to stay.
They sell it all over the place. But yeah,
it's a politics of someone had to lose. It's the politics of contraband. It's a smuggler's blues.
You know,
Smuggler's Blues is a great fucking song, man.
When you get the blues, are you upset?
Upset? I used to be upset
when I got a flat tire. I used to get upset when what was it when
my wife made me
laugh. When my wife was
get upset when the Yankees won the series. That's what
upset me.
What am I feeling now?
What am I feeling right now?
I gotta say though, Meatloaf, the food gets a bad rap. I am here to end the fucking slander and defamation of one of the best hot meals.
The meatloaf.
Meatloaf is awesome. Both the singer and the food. Rest in peace.
Was that was Wedding Crashers, right? When they get like fucking like
I don't fucking know.
What's it? Will Ferrell. Like, the meatloaf.
Maybe I saw that once, and I was barely paying attention because it was on at work.
It's a funny ass movie, Wedding Crashers. But anyways, it's like one of the only movies I like Owen Wilson in.
Now, Owen Wilson, I just like full stop. He's cool.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn, too, honestly. Like, one of the only movies I like Vince Vaughn in.
I prefer Owen Wilson when you got Ben Stiller, though. Because they work really well off each other.
Yeah. I say
anyway,
I'm staring at my fucking Shanghai Nights DVD.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We open, there's a drug deal.
No, it's not.
No, an arms deal.
Guns dealing, yes.
You always carry weapons because you always carry cash.
So Frank is disguised as
German
dude who's dealing with the Russians. To get guns.
What the fuck is this first Saint's name?
It's Bobby.
We got Bobby.
Robert.
We got Bobby Saint and Mickey Duca.
Yeah, and Mickey. They're buying guns. And from Frank Castle, who's undercover.
He's an eccentric ass German with in a white suit with
sandals and a white suit with glasses and blonde hair,
just bopping people on the noggin.
Yeah, and he's working with the Russians. And like they sell, like they're trying to sell them like MP5s. It goes
badly
because of course like they're undercover.
Bobby gets killed.
Bobby gets shot for real, and Frank gets shot.
Interestingly, he gets shot by the Russians because they think he set them up.
Well, they're in on it.
Yeah. No, the Russians are not in on it.
No, the Russians are with him.
I thought they didn't know.
Nah, man.
Fair.
They're setting up the buyers, dude. Like that was the whole thing. Was like
then they shouldn't have. Then they should not have shot the guy. But hey, American police. What can you do?
It was, it was like a setup, basically. Yeah, like Bobby's the only one that gets like shot for real.
And so Frank wakes up in the morgue.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's a zombie, and then this is how the Marvel zombie movies begin.
No,
I know.
He like gets up. He's like, "Oh, so it's the spread."
Well done.
What's the spread, Frank? He's like, "This isn't football." He's like,
and then they have a retirement party.
Yeah, he's like retiring. Yeah, so
and he goes. He tells his wife and kid. His daughter's not in this movie.
No, first he tells one of the guys over there. He's like, "The best man that has ever been on the force. What am I going to do without you, Frankie?" Frank goes, "Get a girlfriend."
Yeah. So the best officer and the best soldier I've ever known.
Yeah, exactly. He goes home to his family, and they you're gonna have your family reunion in like Puerto Rico and everything. Have fun in Puerto Rico, Frankie. And he's like, yeah, thanks, guys. He goes to see the family,
and everything's happy.
Why they're moving because they move around a lot because of his job.
But hey, I've retired. This was my last job.
Yeah, and like the kid's like sitting in the doghouse. His son, he's like because he misses his dog. And Frank starts bouncing the ball against the little net. And he's like, no matter how hard you throw the ball at Bud, you always catch it. Like I miss that dog too, you know. And the son's like, I thought you said you weren't going away anymore. He was like, yeah, this was the last one. You know, we're not going away anymore. Like
I've retired. I'm gonna spend the time with my family, and because this is an action movie, you know, you're all gonna die.
Usually it's the 10 months from retirement.
Or no, 1 day from retirement.
3 days from retirement.
3 days from retirement.
It's always 3 days.
I just bought a boat with my old lady.
Yeah, exactly.
My kids are gonna graduate college.
So he says
Meanwhile,
about it. Meanwhile,
the
Saints are informed. Was it Howard and Olivia? Yeah. They get informed of
Liv's fucking dramatic and falls the fuck over, and it's hilarious.
Well, I mean, she's the mom.
Okay, I'd feel sorry for her if she wasn't the driving force of all the bad shit that happens in this movie.
Yeah, obviously. But at the same time, this movie wouldn't be the movie that it is.
I know, but that's why
it wouldn't be The Punisher.
I know, but that's why I don't feel sorry for this character.
Well, it's like...
And we'll mock her grief.
She deserves everything that happens to her because of the fucking shit she does to Frank, because all of this kind of happens to Frank because of her.
So they pick up Mickey and kick the shit out of him. And Howard, who is played by John Travolta, and he is a fucking delight in this movie. But it's weird because he acts and sounds like he's fucking Nick Cage from Face Off, still wearing John Travolta's skin.
He has a bit of that going. Also, another good actor in the Saints family is Quentin Glass.
Yes,
he's really good.
He's like the conciliary right hand man.
Yeah, he's best friends with Howard. He's also secretly gay.
Yep. Because this was 2004, when it was still something you kind of had to keep secret.
Not always, but more people were keeping it secret, especially guys that looked like Quentin Glass, because they tried to have the harder exterior or whatever, and it was unmanly to be gay, that kind of stipulation.
Yeah, whole bullshit.
But still, it's that's a whole thing that he keeps secret, because also he's scared of what Howard would say about it, you know?
He's also a sadist.
That's another thing. But I mean, that is an obvious thing that he fucking wears on his sleeve, basically. And that's kind of why Howard likes him, because he can basically just sick him on him like an attack dog.
But Howard's like, so, and they're like, wait, you think? Okay. So, so if you're gonna kill me, leave my face alone. For my mother.
For my mother, Mickey's like all fucking.
If I wanted to kill, and Quentin's like, if I wanted to kill you,
I would have it done in a way that can only be described as deeply pornographic.
I wouldn't.
Miserable little shit.
I wouldn't have bailed you out of prison.
Yeah.
And then Howard's like, but he wanted to go. He begged me to go. Yeah.
The man who is responsible for my son's death must pay. He takes the pistol from a guy and then shoots him in the fucking leg. The same guy.
And they keep shooting him.
Yeah.
He was supposed to watch him.
No, he was like...
he wanted to make you proud.
He wanted... Yeah, no, like, Bobby told me to stay. He wanted to make you proud or... Yeah, impress you or something. It's like, my son didn't have to impress me. It's like, yeah, he kills him, like, outright. And then they're like...
Kill his family. His whole family.
Well, no, they don't do they don't do that till the funeral. So
they do the funeral. Frank Castle comes out of the coffin.
No, not right away. Fuck. We see the family reunion right after that.
Yeah, big party. Frank's dad also.
They ID the body also.
Yeah.
They was it Howard goes over to the morgue, IDs the body, and he's like,
"Tell me who did this."
Tell me the name of the man that did this, and he's
he
like,
used to wash his hair.
It's like we can't do this. He used to wash his hair. We used to complain about how it would be like pushed back or whatever. Now we have to get him a new suit. You do kind of feel a little bit bad for Howard in that moment, because like you see a parent lose their kid. It's sad. No matter what the fuck kind of scumbag they are, but
I mean, I also gotta say, if you're a crime family, expect to lose a few family members. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, of course.
You made this call, Howard.
If the kid is in the fucking business, they have it coming. It's only a matter of fucking time. This
is exactly in The Godfather why Vito does not want Michael involved.
Right.
Because of this.
But he needs to get involved.
Oh, because everyone else gets killed.
Exactly. He had to fucking pick it up. But I mean, it's more the case I feel like in Scarface, where it's Scarface basically involves his family in a bunch of this shit through implication, and also the brother having a crush on his sister. No, the buddy, his best friend, having a crush on his sister, and then him killing his sister and his buddy on some anime shit. Yeah. So yeah. It is rough, seeing that, he does lose his family, but, it's also, everybody in this fucking, every one of the saints deserves what they have fucking done.
So there's the big, family reunion, everyone's having fun.
Yeah, exactly. They go, they talk about, Vandelirium on, the island across the fucking way.
Yeah, there's a witch
doctor. There's only one, there's only one guy crazy enough to swim over there. And it was Frankie.
And Frank's dad apparently was also a cop.
Yeah, they have a big collection of guns.
Lots of guns.
Yeah, fucking his dad shows him 1911 Colts that got customized with fucking long barrel, like muzzle brakes and stuff like that. What is it, a different chamber or something too. Made it mass bore or something. I forget the exact modifications on it, but yeah, the dad knows his shit.
And I gotta say, I don't really know guns, but those are some nice pieces.
Oh no, for sure.
It's remember in Dawn of the Dead, those revolvers with the gold fittings that the guy picks up, the fucking Navy Colts.
Yeah.
No, they don't look like those, but also nice. Those are nice pieces.
Of course, but I mean, hell, a lot of these fucking guns that he probably has in the collection are fucking old as shit.
We see
stuff that got fucking modified and cleaned.
Dude, we see even older shit in the cabinets. There's muskets and Lee Enfields and shit.
Exactly.
Cabinets.
But
Frank doesn't take those.
Practical and yeah. Frank
well, that's just this is decorative. This is decorative.
I would love to see fucking Frank run up on the fucking club at the end of the movie with a fucking elephant gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, with the fucking elephant, with the Burt Gummer gun.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Quentin Glass.
With the hat, the safari hat.
Quentin. He's fucking Van Pelt from Jumanji.
Yeah.
But Quentin Glass, by the way, with his beard and everything, and his hair and his general facial structure, he looks like an evil Bert from Tremors.
Yeah,
he's evil Bert Gummer. He's really good.
The actor is like
everyone in this movie is really good.
He's been in a bunch of other stuff, but like I love him in this. Like it's probably my favorite role.
They find out about Frank. They find out who's behind it, and like, all right, we're gonna send a guy to kill him. And then the wife's like, no,
he's ex-special ops. Basically,
his
he's
whole
on
family.
vacation in Puerto
Kill
Rico.
his whole family.
Yeah, because of course she's a fucking evil bitch.
Okay, and then
boss.
And then John Saint takes a crew, and they kill fucking everybody. Frank and his dad are badass.
Yeah, well,
they take out a few of them.
No, these motherfuckers are literally just
I gotta say,
the whole family.
Kudos, shout out to the dumb fucking mafioso who takes cover behind the propane tank.
He didn't necessarily know it was there.
It was a grill.
Yeah,
and
no, it's stupid of him. Fucking moron. But I mean, also it made a really sick shot for Frank, just like loading up the long barrel double and just fucking like pointing and like sticking it out. Bang!
It's like what I have seen happen in like cover based shooters. Fucking idiots take cover behind the red barrels.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really? Okay, bang.
That's the AI for you. Anyway, so yeah, like was it the wife and the son go like
they try to escape,
and the boy go
Frank
like, off on like a truck.
I don't know if it falls, but I think Frank's son's name is Frank Jr.
I think so. Yeah. So yeah, they go off in the truck. The truck flips because the guys are chasing them down in another.
And then
truck.
they get killed. Then they try to kill they
kill
run
Frank. Them over on the pier.
Oh, also before this happens, Frank Jr. got his dad a T-shirt. It's a black T-shirt with a style it's the Punisher T-shirt.
Yeah, it's the T-shirt.
It's really cool.
Also, Frank's dad dies stabbing a dude in the back.
Yep.
Like
then he gets stabbed in the back.
Yeah. But yeah, like he dies like a fucking G. They take out a bunch of them, like you said. There was one guy that he gets into a fucking knife fight with the scar.
Yeah.
It's like an older guy with like long white hair. You say he looks like
there's an older guy with long white hair who kind of looks and the goatee who looks like a teacher I had at Dawson. Then there's the guy with the blonde hair and the scar like corkscrewing down his face, who looks, I don't know what character he looks like, but he looks specifically like he's supposed to become a specific villain.
Yeah.
Like there's something about, I mean, granted, who he looks like is probably not a villain, and B, not a Punisher character, and that's Cable.
I guess.
He looks like a skinny Cable.
I don't think he looks like Cable. I find he looks more like a fucking older, shorter version of Lynch from Canon Lynch. But I mean,
anyway, they kill a whole bunch of people. Castle takes a bunch of them out. Then they corner Castle, shoot him, and try to blow him up. And he gets thrown. The force of the explosion throws him into the sea.
Yeah, because he gets lucky, honestly, in this. I kind of like it because it's like they expect the whole.
If you told him that, he would blow your fucking head off.
Well, it's true.
No, but this would be Frank's thinking. Hey, Frank, you're lucky. Lucky. My family's dead. Bang.
But I haven't done anything. He has the crime.
No, but he has the superpower where if he shoots you accidentally, child porn appears in your pocket.
But I didn't. But like he wouldn't shoot me on accident even. I didn't fucking do anything. I wouldn't be in like a fucking active fucking firefight zone. So why would he just shoot me? Like, why would he have any reason to pull the gun on me?
Because he's Frank Castle. It's what he does.
Oh, are you playing this version of the Punisher and you just shoot the fucking civilians like you do?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I threw a grenade at them because they were in my way.
Everyone did it at least once.
So,
So yeah, he fucking
the witch doctor saves
blown up. Yeah, like he gets blown up. The force of the explosion blows him back because it's the further gasoline tank that blows up first. And the only reason he doesn't die pretty much is because the one that blows up on him, like the one closest to him, doesn't blow up on him because he was blown back, you know? So he goes in the water.
John Saint is going to regret going on this job personally.
Yeah, somewhat.
Because I feel like, jumping ahead a bit, Frank wouldn't have done that if he didn't remember him killing his family. He would have just shot him.
I don't 100% agree. I think he would have done it anyway because he's involved in the family business anyhow.
True. Well, I mean, I'm not. Okay, this is the
family gonna die.
This is the thing, though, Gio.
Mm-hmm.
He would have died either way.
Yes.
But it's the difference between just being shot and what happens to John Saint.
I don't know. Arguable, because I mean, hell, look at the guy that's like. Fucking he gets like his fucking like guts strung around the fucking tree.
But that's a comic book.
Yeah, I know, but still, like it's just like it's arbitrary what the Punisher will do to you sometimes.
Yeah, I'm talking about this Punisher though.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's saved by the witch doctor, who's like ooh ee ooh ah ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Yeah, he gets like saved by Valerium or whatever his name is.
And say, hey, I'm Valerium. I will help you. I will take care of you.
Yeah. And he fucking takes him, like
he heals him
back to health,
grows a beard.
He finds the t-shirt and gets the weapons afterwards.
All the guns.
When he goes back.
He goes back to Miami. He builds a car. He gets an apartment.
Yeah. Also, the Saints go to the club. You see like
Saints and Sinners.
Yeah, you see the whole kind of layout and everything.
And the Torres brothers are here. You invited them here. No, they invited themselves.
That's later.
Right.
But yeah, like just like at the club, pretty much like he's just talking about what happened with Frank, and it's like, oh yeah, the score was settled and everything. Like, cheers, you know. But he tells Quentin like go dance with Livia,
and then
he's talking like.
Then he gives Liv some diamond earrings, and then they go make a new kid.
Yeah, they're like, you got me diamond earrings and killed his whole family. Let's make a new one now. It's the weirdest fucking exchange. But, oh man, like fucking criminals, like fucking psychopaths.
Well, they got enough resources to go to the fucking spawner in the RTS, the building that makes fucking criminals, and just click spawn new unit and one pops out.
Yeah, but that's different from making their own. Like in the custom character screen.
Oh yeah. Right, that because this would qualify as a quote-unquote hero unit.
Yeah.
Like in fucking Battle for Middle-earth 2. You can make your own captains.
They had to go to the little console in the fucking Fallout vault.
Yeah.
and model their baby.
So, Frank shows up to the police headquarters like, hey, I'm not dead. No, he kidnaps Mickey.
Yeah, he does the torture dance on Mickey.
I love how because he explains exactly what the acetylene torch is gonna do to his back.
Yeah.
And like, it's gonna only feel cold. Isn't science?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Isn't science fun, Mickey?
You'll smell burning meat, and then all you'll feel is cold. You won't feel anything at first.
But great. Because Mickey hasn't really done anything.
Yeah.
Frank is blowtorching a steak and poking Mickey's back with a popsicle. And this scene...
It's a really good torture scene,
It cracks me up.
I love it, bro.
And then he tells... Mickey tells him everything.
Also, Bumbo and Spacker Dave, we didn't really talk about them yet because we skipped over the fact that he goes to the apartment and he's like fixing up his car. And they're like watching him basically. It's Joan, Spacker Dave,
maybe it's
and Bumbo played by John Panette.
And interestingly, Joan is played by Rebecca Romaine Stamos,
which is Mystique,
who plays Mystique in the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
What about Jennifer Lawrence? She plays the good Mystique in the X-Men movies.
Yeah, he's rooming with two former X-Men cast.
And the other one, I can't remember his name. But
he was in X-Men 2,
Spacker Dave was in X-Men 2
as a Hellfire Club member.
He was a Hellfire, but he's the son of William Stryker, who can like do the visions and shit.
Yeah, but he's a former Hellfire Club member or whatever.
Which is actually referenced in this movie, because when we first see him, he is sitting in a wheelchair.
Race me, Charles!
That was a motorized wheelchair he was sitting in. You are a coward. You are a weakling. You are a great disappointment to your mother and I.
Yes, die! I love it. He honestly does a really good job at playing Smacker Dave. But yeah, John Panetta is a really fucking good also as Bumbo. I love John Panetta.
All the
God
actors
rest
in this
his
are
soul,
fucking
man.
great.
He's fucking fantastic. So yeah, they end up like fucking like listening in on him because they were like looking him up online. They were like fucking.
He's killing that.
Yeah, he's killing a guy in there, and we're next. Yeah,
he's a very. We should like Bumble has the rolling pin.
Yeah,
his weapon of choice. We should do something. No, we should just leave him alone. He's a very scary man.
Yes. He's killing that guy. We're next. Yeah, I know. He locks the door.
So Mickey gives him the lowdown and all the stuff with the Saints.
Uh-huh.
So Punish...
Toro Brothers, he tells him about the Toro Brothers first, actually. Prostitution guns all up and down the coast. Tons of cash. You know? And, like, fucking... He tells him also, like, Howard Saint's schedule. He, like, fucking golfs tea time.
So Frank...
fucking Liv goes to the movies every Thursday.
Yeah,
he gets her nails done, her hair
he
done.
spies on Liv. He spies on Quentin. He spies on John Saint.
Mm-hmm.
He does he steal his grave marker first, or does he rob the bank first?
He does that first. No, he steals the grave marker first because Howard gets it on the golf course. Remember?
And sees a Frank Castle's grave marker, which said 1968 to 2004. With the 2004, he chiseled it off.
Mm-hmm. And then he goes to the courthouse, and they like see him that he's alive,
and he gives this upset speech.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the bank, and there's a guy just eating soup out of a bowl, out of a pot,
out of a bowl.
And he throws it in his face, kills the guys, pulls a shotgun on them.
He knocks out a bunch of innocent migrant workers.
Hey, load up the suitcase with money, and then throw the rest out the window. You know whose money this is? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then you know what
Howard's saying. He's gonna fuck your life up. He already fucked my life up. Now out the fucking window. The guy's like, what? And he just fucking cocks the shotgun, points at him like, out the fucking window.
Okay, I would have asked Frank a very important question here.
Yeah.
Us or the money?
Both.
Alright, just checking.
Honestly, if it were me, I'd be like, fucking both.
Okay.
You don't see those guys again, so he could have shot them.
Well, we do see... We know they didn't go out the window, because there's a bunch of people running around picking up the $100 bills. And,
but I'm saying he might have shot them anyway.
True.
Anyways, he kills two guys in like a fucking Mexican standoff in the fucking...
Bangkok Rules.
Yeah, Bangkok Rules in the fucking hallway.
He has a better... They're just pissed. He has a better coat than them.
Yeah, they kind of are. They have the shitty trench coat while Frank has the cool leather trench coat. And then what happens? And then the Toro brothers go and see them. You invited them? Fuck.
They invited
themselves, Howard.
I once heard the rain cats and ducks. Never in my life have I seen the $100 bills.
What was it? No, I seen it rain. What was that? They said something else before that. It's like I seen it rain like something.
I never have I seen the rain $100 bills. That's our
this
money.
This Rainmaker Castle, he's supposed to be dead, no?
Get our money back, man.
Cover your fucking losses.
That's late.
Yeah, I know.
But they're like, all right, we're good. We'll give you another chance. We're good. I'm good. You're good. Okay, we want protection on the next job.
So he's like, okay, and then what happens? Then Frank goes home after like Bumbo and Dave were like looking him up online and sees that he like was on like
Magpie and
CTU.
Then Magpie slamming against Jones' door.
Yeah, then he saves Joan from Magpie.
It's like he slaps up.
He's drinking a lot though before that.
He slaps up Spacker Dave.
Drinking that wild turkey dog.
Frank comes out. It's like, hey, can you fucking stop that? Well, first he's slamming on the door, and Dave's like, hey man, it's late.
Joan is listening to Seether.
Of course. Hey man, it's really late. Hey, you should.
Oh yeah, what time is it in Hawaii? and then he pulls the fucking what is it? He pulls the fucking.
He pulls the balisong.
The balisong, yeah. And then he fucking flips it around. Frank just punches him in the fucking face, takes it from him, flips it around even better,
Bonks
and
him
then
on the
bumps
face.
him on the fucking nose. He breaks his nose with
Yeah.
that. Like, fucking wrecks him. And I like to think that, like, he took him outside and killed him quietly so nobody else would know. And then, like, it would make a scene later.
It'd be funny.
When Dave goes up to his door, knocks on it, and goes, Frank, the guy that's been bothering Joan is in her apartment right now. And then, like, goes to dinner, basically. Like, goes into the apartment after and, like, finds out that they're just, like, lying to him to have dinner.
Yeah.
And I like the idea, though, that's, like, he closes the door and it's like, oh, fuck, if I tell him some shit, like, if I tell him what really happened, like, cat's out of the bag.
It does that make that...
Let's go save Joan.
It does make that scene work better, but...
It would be
going
funnier.
back to where we are in the movie.
Yeah.
Quentin's like, hey, I got a guy coming in from Memphis to deal with Frank.
Mm-hmm. So, he tails Liv and Quinn. He, like, sets up a fake fire hydrant.
He's carrying around
Olivia's
a fucking fire hydrant because he's buff as hell.
I'm pretty sure it's a fake.
Yeah.
It's hollow, so yeah,
heavy.
It
sounds heavy.
It's supposed to look heavy, though.
All fire hydrants are hollow.
Mm.
How the fuck does water go through it if it ain't hollow, Gio?
Piping.
Well, it's still technically hollow.
Somewhat. No, I'm not saying it's 100% like you're not saying it's 100% fucking hollow,
No,
are you?
you're saying, but there's space inside a fire hydrant or one.
Yes,
fire
of
hydrant.
course. But what I'm saying is there's also like piping and fucking other little like valves and levers and shit in the inside. This is just a fire hydrant to look like a fire hydrant. Like it's a prop fire hydrant, I'm sure. Because that's basically all he needs it to do is just literally carry it around, put it next to Liv's car, fucking
and
get her a parking
ticket.
Yep. Yeah, buy the fucking places he wants her to get the parking.
But he's playing this whole 4D chess thing with these with Quentin, and he has a plan which comes later.
Yeah, exactly. He's calling Quentin to go to the places where he's parking Liv's car and getting the tickets.
And
exactly, blackmailing him with pictures
and also creating a call history.
Exactly. And then basically like having Mickey tell Howard about it, being like, "Hey, I saw Quentin there this night," basically, and that's where like of course he was parked and stuff. It's like, but like he lies about it being like there because he's just like, oh yeah, like he's blackmailed because he doesn't want to tell Howard about it. He's like, oh, it was nothing. I wasn't there. Mickey said you were. Oh no, Mickey should get his fucking eyes checked. So like he's playing them against each other pretty much there because like Liv and Quinn are very close to each other.
Yeah, they're friends. They're buddies.
Yeah,
they're
exactly. And like she's comfortable with him because he's gay, but you know, of course, she's keeping it a secret from Howard.
Yeah. And
like you know, she wants him to be safe with like that like secret.
But importantly, Quentin Glass is a guy from Memphis.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, it's Harry Heck.
Yeah, guy from Memphis.
Yeah, you said Quentin Glass.
Yeah, Quentin Glass is a guy from Memphis.
Oh, it's an actual guy from Memphis?
Yes.
Okay.
Quentin Glass, listen to what I'm saying with my words.
Yes.
Called in a guy from Memphis.
You didn't say that. You said Quentin Glass is a guy from Memphis.
No, that's not what I said.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
You're a liar.
Anyway, that's I'm pretty sure what you said, but whatever. Harry Heck is the guy from Memphis, though.
Has. Yes. Not my fault you don't have ears.
Whatever. Harry Heck is the guy from Memphis.
Yeah, so we were at the diner.
Yes.
They're pancakes.
See him.
He comes in.
Pancakes come in. The fucking comes in, fucking sings the song, and goes like, "You like that song? I'ma play it at your funeral. You the dead boy in the newspaper."
Then he chases
him down to his lime green fucking Mustang or whatever muscle car.
Hits Frank like the bulletproof shit doesn't really do a whole lot here.
It does, no. It fucking it stands up to the fucking full auto fucking slugfest.
Oh yeah, because he has the fucking drum fed shotgun.
Yeah. That's like the first thing he hits him with. He fucking comes out blasting.
But then he rear ends him. Frank falls out of the car.
He pulls out like the fucking the ballistic knife.
No, he pulls out it's not a ballistic knife.
It's a ballistic
It's
knife.
not a ballistic knife. It's a normal switchblade.
It fires the blade.
It's not a ballistic knife, though.
If it fires the blade, it's a ballistic knife.
I think he customed this from just a switchblade. He took the pin that stops it out.
Whatever, I'm not 100% sure. The point is, it fires the fucking blade.
You are one dumb son of a bitch.
No, he goes, you are one dumb son of a bitch. Bring a knife to a gunfight.
Toink.
No, but he's got the hair, like the fucking dirty, hairy revolver out at this point.
Is it a revolver or just
he fucking clicks the hammer, and that's when
fair.
Punisher like fires the knife off.
Into his throat, and then he goes down.
Yeah, exactly. And then he takes his car because he flipped his. So yeah, like fucking Harry Heck. He has like little to nothing to do with the entire film.
Is he from the Garth Ennis run?
No, he wasn't in that.
Okay.
He surprisingly actually wasn't.
Well, you got to keep coming up with new. You're gonna come up with some fucking stinkers when it comes to Frank's Rogue Gallery because he just kills them.
They also needed an original song for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because you can't just have fucking Drowning Pool.
True.
And fucking See Through as your sound.
I can tell I can hear what you're thinking.
Yeah, so they got this guy to sing that song.
All your thought, doubts,
and
fears.
And in time, though, will pass away. In time,
you may come back someday to live once more.
Oh, die once more. And in time, your time will be no more. Okay, so, yeah, the fucking, what was it? The
brothers
boats. Yeah, the fucking Toro Brothers boat with
gets
full of the
blown.
money gets blown the fuck up.
And Howard sees and John sees Punisher just like, yo, and he leaves. So all of it.
Oh, he fucking like, starts freaking out. The Toro Brothers come in and they're like,
don't touch the Cubans.
And yeah, like Howard goes like, don't touch the fucking Cubans. And like one of them goes like, fucking grabs it and he starts laughing. And he's like, you know, our mother, she used to keep all the money in a mattress.
Good idea.
Good idea. Until one day we had a big fire.
The house burned down.
We lost everything, Howard. Everything. This is what happens when you don't watch your money. And he goes like, I'm not going to cover your fucking losses. There's no insurance in this fucking business.
14.
Also, just
14. 14 boats. We're fine.
Fine. One goes missing, and what? You think I fucking owe you? He's like, just remember one thing. I got more guns than you do, huh?
We don't have more guns. Shut up!
Yeah. And the fucking Toro Brothers.
Get the Russian. Call the Russian.
He does after. But like, at first he's like, the Toro Brothers like, this isn't even Cuba, Howard. It's Honduran.
He throws it on the ground.
And then
throws it on the ground.
Quinn like fucking goes in his ear and he's like, fucking, we don't actually have fucking more guns.
Shut
up!
He's
like, shut up, get the fucking Russian!
Call the Russian.
Siri, call the Russian! Which Russian do you want to call? Call the Russian!
Confirmed, calling Vladimir Putin.
Actually, you know, that would do pretty well.
Be cool to see him get boiling oil thrown in his face.
Do Krav Maga.
But yeah, the Spacker Dave is like, hey, the Magpie's back. Fuck him with Joan.
Yeah, like they have the dinner thing. It's like, I know it's not Thanksgiving, but let's tell everybody. Like, let's like gather around, like say like what we're thankful for, and like they all kind of go down the line. Dave's like thankful for his mom being out of prison and getting this cute golf.
You gotta try my ice Florentine.
Yeah, that keeps him for dessert.
I was like, no, I gotta fucking leave. I gotta go drink an entire bottle of wild turkey. Mm-hmm. So he leaves. Rebecca,
Frank goes, thanks for dinner.
Mainly he leaves because he's uncomfortable. Because
well, he's like fucking dead inside, bro.
Well, no, but he's also uncomfortable because Bumbo and Spacker Dave go to prepare the ice Florentine, and then Joan tries to hit on him, and he's not into it.
Well, he's dead inside again.
Well, and his wife died like 2 weeks ago. He's not really into this.
Yeah, for good reason. Anyway, so like he fucking hears the knock on the door,
and like a dumbass, he doesn't check through the people, And
he's just like, he's being bombarded by his fucking neighbors. Yeah. Like, okay, yeah.
And the best goddamn character in the movie shows up. Mm-hmm. The man, the myth, the legend,
Kevin Nash.
The incomparable Kevin Nash as the Russian.
So we've talked about the scene before, him fucking beating the shit out of the Punisher in his fucking apartment.
And actually getting stabbed.
And literally getting stabbed.
Okay,
and Thomas Jane like looking bewildered and like shocked, going, "Oh fuck! I actually stabbed him."
And all right, let's get the joke out of the way. In Soviet Russia, Waldo find you.
Yeah, when he fucking after he throws the grenade at him and hits the grenade back like baseball style. Fucking blows a.
But what we're seeing, all the like, all the traps, all the like hidden guns and everything we saw Frank setting up before, none of it works again.
I know, I love that fact. Honestly, that, like everything he fucking set up like didn't work.
He tries to hit the Russian with a crowbar. The Russian's like, no, and takes it.
Well, like he even like fucking adds insult to injury and uses the fucking baseball bat for the grenade. Like
probably my favorite is when he elbows the work, he punches the workbench,
and the revolver falls out.
It slides out the revolver. He picks it up, and the fucking Russian
slams his hand down and bashes it with a fucking weight he has.
Bashes with a dumbbell, and just the look of Frank.
Yeah, like fuck's sake.
It's a look almost on like one of the greatest faces in all of cinema, which is in Die Hard.
Yeah.
When he just got through the window. Mm-hmm. And then the thing's rolling and it's going to fall out the window and he's realizing, oh no, I'm tied to it.
Yeah. It's really good, like shots of just like your character being like, oh fuck everything. It's like just really like.
And this whole fight scene is set to La Donna Immobile, and it is fucking beautiful.
Well, because John Panette's an amazing man. Yeah. And it was fucking perfectly sung by him as well. And they're like dancing around the kitchen, him and Dave.
Yeah, Spacker Dave's like flailing.
Jones cracking up, because of course, fuck, I would be.
I
was when I first watched it.
You'd be Spacker Dave in this situation.
Well, yeah, like he's weird and fucking hacky and cool. He's a cool.
He's a big Iron Man fan apparently.
Dave's a big Iron Man fan, so I'm taking her along with this one. We're doing the whole tourist thing today.
You know,
they should have had that. That would be really funny for the movie.
You know, Joan's in that mission too.
She is.
Joan's in the party. Joan's in the group.
Where?
In the fucking Stark Industry Tower.
Where does she hide when the fucking shooting starts?
I don't know if it's meant to be Joan, but when I last did it, the exact same character model as Joan from the Central Park Zoo mission spawns in.
It's PlayStation 2, Merrick.
I know, but it's still.
It could have been fucking a random woman that you just thought was Joan.
It was Joan, but
he doesn't mention Joan in the fucking mission briefing.
I don't know if it's supposed to be Joan.
She doesn't speak.
But at the very least, the fucking RNG that randomly selects what fucking character models are going to be there, put out the Joan model.
Is it RNG though?
Probably.
Are you just looking at it like it's something? Are you sure it's not nothing, Duckman?
I'll go back through. I'll take some fucking screenshots for you.
I don't know, man. Anyway.
Well, still call me a liar like you won't admit you're wrong about the song in the Fallout 76 trailer being Take Me Home Country Roads.
It wasn't.
It fucking was.
It wasn't, though.
You're a liar.
So they have the dinner. The Russian shows up. The Russian gets the fucking soup